I'm going right in it. I am super excited for today. I have like green screen set up because I kind of realized um if I try using my cam, I'm blocking like a good chunk of the text of this cool slideshow I made. Yes, I made this a whole slideshow. So yeah, it's a fun short stream. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm comparing my favorite Zelda games of all time. Uh, the only open world Zelda games. So that is really cool. And I just got a feeling like whatever the next one is, they're gonna top these ones somehow for me. I don't know how, uh, but they probably will because the Zelda team is just that talented. So yeah, we have a whole whole slideshow. So it's like a school project, pretty much. It's like I'm back in high school. So let's do this. Also, I got a fun little pointer here, so I can point around and stuff. Using one of my Twitch emotes. It's great. Need to purchase Switch 2 just for these games. I know. It's gonna be so hype. It is a little bit hard to see chat, but you guys are hanging out. Maybe I'll put you guys in front of me or something. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I'm wearing black, so there we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. You guys can see me. I mean, see the chat a little bit better because I'm wearing black. There we go. Hey, I just used myself. There we go. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun little short stream, so I hope you guys enjoy. All right, I'll grade your workload, bro. Okay, sounds good. All right, so I am comparing my favorite Zelda games. So I made this into multiple categories, and I decided whichever gets more points must be my favorite game. Easy enough. The first category, I need to tap in. Oh, that works too. We got shrines. So you have shrines in Breath of the Wild, and you also have shrines in Tears of the Kingdom, both of which are like very unique, very different. So yeah, we'll see. You say Breath of the Wild? Well, let's see here. All right, here are some pros for the Breath of the Wild shrines. I thought they had more puzzles, more unique shrine quests. Like there's more shrine quests that like interacted with the shrines and stuff in the game, so I thought that was pretty cool. Also, the DLC added more, which was really neat. And also, for the most part, the shrines only had one solution. So if you couldn't figure out that solution, you're not beating that shrine. I think it's kind of cool. Some cons though. Test of strength was a little tedious because the weapons breaking and stuff. So like if you don't have great weapons, you're just not beating it. And some shrines also required a specific weapon, so if you didn't have that weapon, you literally just couldn't beat that shrine. One example is that one shrine where you have to get like a Korok leaf. You don't have a Korok leaf, you're not beating that shrine. That's just how it's gonna go. But it's a kind of minor con if I'm being honest. It's honestly at this point we're kind of nitpicking. So here we go. Now we got Tears of the Kingdom shrines. There's a lot of stuff here. Pros. There's just more shrines in total. There's 152 shrines now. There's green crystals. So this is kind of a replacement for like the shrine quest in Breath of the Wild. Instead, you got like these green crystals. So you have to like take a green crystal to somewhere else, and then you get a shrine. Pretty cool. And then you also have lots of ways to solve shrines. So it's not like you have only one solution. You have so many ways you can do it. It's kind of cool. Also, proving grounds are fun. It's kind of like Eventide Island. So it is really neat being able to kind of explore that in a way multiple times again. So it's pretty neat. Okay, so we said lots of ways to solve. But one of the cons is that there's too many solutions. So like it's nice that there's more solutions, but there's like too many now. Like it's kind of a problem. Like a lot of shrines you honestly could get like a rocket shield enter the shrine, and you're done. I mean, honestly, like, I guess you could just not use rockets, but like, they're in the game, so you can still use it. Also, green crystals. We said that was a con. I mean, pro. Although, I am saying there is too many of them. There is too many green crystals. They are pretty cool, but I feel like they overstay their welcome a bit. Um, that's not a con. That is your opinion. uh, too many green crystals. Because like I wanted more than like green crystals for like pretty much the shrine quest of this game. It's just not as fun for me. Just doing the same thing practically over and over. Let's see. Oh yeah, the quantity of blessing shrines. Let me tell you about that. Like you had a lot less puzzles, like shrines that had puzzles to solve. Instead, you had so many blessing shrines, so like pretty much freebies. You just get a treasure and you're done. Um, like cool. Like I guess the route they're going for there was it's the journey to get to the shrine, but I do like me some puzzles in my Zelda games. So I think I would like less blessing shrines if they do decide to bring these types of shrines and stuff in a future Zelda game. Uh, there was just too many of them. I liked how Breath of the Wild did it. There's very like the blessing shrines were very scarce, so when you found one, you're like, oh my god, this is cool. But now it's kind of like, oh my god, it's another blessing shrine. Whoop de doo. I was like, eh. Yeah, not really a unique shrine quest because it's like just green crystal, green crystal, green crystal. I mean, it didn't really change from that. And you have to fly for like a lot of them. So it's really hard to get to like a lot of the shrines. So unless you get like a hover bike or something like that, it is really tough. But yeah, overall, Breath of the Wild has gotten a point. And yeah, that is the first point for Breath of the Wild. And yeah, we'll see what the next category is. All right, we got runes. This is a pretty big one. We got bombs, magnesis, stasis, cryonis, camera, and amiibo for Breath of the Wild. And then in Tears of the Kingdom, you have, you can't even see it, Ultra Hand, Fuse, Ascend, Recall, and then of course you have Camera and Amiibo, and there's also a map, although map rune. I mean, do you really need that? And then let's start with the Breath of the Wild pros. Speed running. Oh my god, these runes are very nice for speed runs, especially the bomb rune. I mean, it allows you to do wind bombs. You can do BOSS, which is bow with smuggle slide. So yeah, for those that don't know, bow with smuggle slide is the glitch that allows you to just fly across the map. As long as you're holding B, holding that direction, you can wiggle your joystick and you just go flying. As long as you don't let go of B or go in a neutral position, you will keep going. It's broken. And you can get a lot of speed. It's very popular in the any percent speed run. You'll see people using that to get to the castle. That way they can glitch through a door that's normally well, there's a gate that you normally can't go through, but because of the speed, it can't even load in the gate. So you just go right in. It's broken. So yeah. Also simplicity, very simple runes. It's very self-explanatory, like how to use all of them. Really not hard at all. Also, you can upgrade all of the abilities, which is pretty neat. Like the bombs, I'm pretty sure are a little bit stronger, and it's just faster recharge times for all of them, which is great. Also, they're great for puzzle solving, like amazing. Like that was really fun. Like there's certain shrines where like you need to use a certain ability to finish that shrine. Like you needed bombs, for example, like you had to coordinate some bomb. There's like a one shrine where you had to like coordinate bombs to blow up switches and stuff. Like that was so cool. Very creative. I like that a lot. Although the cons is like there's that wait time to use the runes again. So yeah, also harder to use with a D-pad because I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm using a D-pad, it's not always responsive. Like I'll be tapping left or right or whatever, and it thinks I'm tapping up. So like it's not the most reliable. That is my one problem with the D-pad on the with the runes. Uh, yeah, it's unfortunate. Also, uh, really bad for combat. uh, even the bombs, like the bombs do very very little damage. I mean, I guess it makes sense, or else you're only gonna use bombs. But yeah, these are all really bad for combat. So you don't really want to use these for combat like at all. But yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, we got Tears of the Kingdom runes. Start with the pros. They're all very easy to use. Like these are very simple. Um, okay. Also, great puzzle solving. It's kind of similar to Breath of the Wild. In that case, where like these are all pretty great for the puzzles. Like ascend is nice because you don't have to climb everywhere. You can ascend sometimes. Also, like recall is incredibly broken. I mean, let me tell you about that. Like, there's like one shrine where I just completely broke it by using recall. Like, it flung an orb, but like I was able to pause the game with recall and just recall the orb all the way back to me, and just drop the orb in the spot it needs to be. So like, recall is broken. Insane problem solving. It is ridiculous. Also, there's some good movement with it. There is some crazy glitches as well. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it is called ABCs. It is auto build cancel. It pretty much is kind of the OF smuggle slide replacement in Tears of the Kingdom. It's only available in like early patches of the game. So like latest patch you won't be able to do this glitch. But it is insane. It's similar. You just go flying. You can kind of control where you go. You get a little bit of speed. It's like the wings are like pushing you. It's ridiculous. But yeah, they're all good for combat as well. Let's see. Yeah, because like fused, you can just fuse like some really strong materials onto your weapons, and then boom, you have a really strong weapon there. So it's nice. Like you can just fuse like a Lionel horn, and now you have a amazing weapon. Like you don't have to grind out a weapon necessarily. So that's pretty nice. Also, there is no wait time. That is pretty cool. So like if you finish using recall, for example, you don't have to wait to use recall again. It's not like Breath of the Wild with stasis where like if you just finish using stasis you have to wait a little bit. No, you can just use these right away. So there's no wait time at all. It's pretty awesome. No wait time at all. Some cons, however, you cannot upgrade. I guess auto build is technically like an ultra hand upgrade, but like the other ones obviously can't really be upgraded. I don't think they need to be upgraded, but like that is one thing, I guess. But yeah, speedrunning. It's still okay in Tears of the Kingdom, but like speedrunning in Breath of the Wild with these runes is just it's so much better. Like the runes in Breath of the Wild were so much better for speedruns, and it's simply just because of the bombs. Honestly, if Tears of the Kingdom had remote bombs still, it's winning easily probably. And sometimes they can be kind of hard to use. Let's see, like Ultra Hand, like sometimes it's a little finicky, and stuff like that. And like sometimes the aiming of like recall is a little weird. I don't know if you guys notice that, but I notice that sometimes. It's very complex code though, I imagine. Uh so yeah, that is the runes. So I am giving this point to Tears of the Kingdom because I think they overall did runes better. I think even though we lost our precious remote bombs, I think Tears of the Kingdom overall did it better. It's not it's kind of well balanced. That's what I'll say. I think it's a good balance of like everything. I see right in my imaginary notes. I love it. Let's go. So yeah. So now we got Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom tied up. Let's go ahead to our next category. We kind of talked about this, but it is glitches. Because there's many glitches in both of these games. They are broken as fuck. All right. Let's go with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, you have wind bombs, my favorite glitch by far. You have a bomb hit you in the back, and then you just go flying. It is great, and then you get a lot of speed. You can just pretty much paraglide after that. It is amazing. Like, I love it just for casual play at this point. I don't really speed run, but like I love using it. It is so fun. Also, yeah, we talked about BOSS as well. That is the Bolus Smuggle Slide. It is, yeah, it's really broken. You can go right to like where you need to be, like point A to point B, because you go really fast, and you can kind of control it. It's a little hard to control, but it's there. Also, we have fall damage cancels. You can completely cancel your fall damage in Breath of the Wild. No paraglider. So that's pretty crazy. How it works though is like this is how I do it. You have like a weapon and you have a shield, and you're like in the animation of throwing your weapon, and then right before you're like about to land on the ground, you unequip your shield. And if you timed it right, you will just take no damage. It is ridiculous. All right. Whoops. Next one is bullet time bounce. This one is not really used as much, but it used to be very popular in any percent speedruns. It is pretty much I think you had a frozen enemy, and then you shield. Actually, I don't think it needs to be frozen, but I think it helps. Pretty much you go in the shield jumping animation, you pull out your bow, so like you're in bullet time, and you bounce off an enemy's head. Yes, you bounce off an enemy's head and you just go flying. And yeah, you get a lot of speed, so you can go really far. I find it's kind of hard to control and pull off consistently, but that was a pretty popular speedrun for a while. And I mean, popular speedrun trick. And yeah, you just go flying if you pull it off correctly. It's insane. But yeah, you also had item smuggling. So like, for example, the torch for Hateno Village, you needed to grab the blue flame and light up the furnace at the Hateno Tech Lab. That is very well known. That is one of the first main quests in the game. There's something you can do. You can smuggle the torch. So that way it's like you're technically holding it, but like you can move it around normally. So like you can run around and stuff. You don't have to go in like this jogging speed. You can just run. And you can also do these other glitches like wind bombs. So you could wind bomb back up to Hateno Tech Lab with that blue flame. So it's pretty crazy. That you can item smuggle the torch. And yeah, you wind bomb back up to the lab, and it's really fast that way. This is one of my favorites. It is whistle sprinting. Very awesome. Kind of minor glitch, but pretty much you don't have to worry about stamina like ever, because you just freaking hold down on the D-pad. You're just doing the whistle button, and you're just spamming B. I mean, that is it. You just control where you go, and you just go crazy. I mean, that's literally it. As long as it's not like a straight 90-degree angle, you can go up that mountain and stuff. it's insane. So I love whistle sprinting. Also, if when you're running out of stamina, it still works. You're just regaining stamina, so you just don't lose stamina with this glitch. It is pretty awesome. And this one is also really broken. You have skew. This is very well known. This is popular in Breath of the Wild speedruns. So pretty much skew is a very interesting glitch that you can get with shields and stuff. So like you shield jump in a certain angle, and then Link kind of goes from this to like kind of this when he's like shield jumping. So when you try to jump in a certain spot in like a shrine or something, like you're trying to go there, and then the game is trying to force swing back up to here. So like it forces him into that area. So like, for example, for any percent speedruns, you're trying to pretty much do the whole thing without activating the tower, because the tower is a long-ish cutscene, so you don't want to watch that. So easy way to get around that is to just go right in the shrine. So without the Sheikah Sway, pretty much. So yeah, it's insane. You just quip right through the shrine, and that's all possible thanks to skew. So it's insane. I've done it a few times. It is fun. It is kind of tricky for a bit, but it is a broken one. Breath of the Wild also has the campfire Master Sword glitch. You guys have maybe seen me pull this off in multiple of my Zelda challenges, but pretty much you place wood and or just make a campfire by the Master Sword in Korok Forest, and you look up in the sky, you see these nice cherry blossoms and stuff, and then you just rest, and then you spam A like crazy, and if you did it correctly, you will get the Master Sword. It's very weird. I don't know how it works, but it just works. You get the Master Sword like that. Yeah, it's really weird. But it is probably one of the most popular glitches in Breath of the Wild, and it's really not hard one to pull off. But that was the Breath of the Wild glitches that I can kind of think of, the significant ones. I'm sure I missed some. Now let's go with Tears of the Kingdom. We have item duplication. Oh my god, this one was incredibly broken, especially in like early patches of the game. You can literally just like jump, pause, press like A and B at the same time, and then you just dupe your item. It's insane. Like, dude, like, is the most easy duplication glitch I have seen. Like, holy crap. That is so good. So like early patches of the game, I really exploited it quite a bit. I like did a lot of diamonds. I did a lot of like ancient shards or whatever they're called. So yeah, I went crazy. It is a broken glitch. You can do it with like any item too. You could do it with fairies and stuff if you want. I didn't want to do fairies though. Like that's kind of boring if I'm just unkillable. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. This one's also really broken. You got Zuggling. Pretty much what this glitch is like you're stacking weapons. So like you're just stacking a bunch of weapons onto each other. So like you could do like, let's see, a Royal Guard spear or something. You're just stacking that spear on top of each other. It is kind of crazy. Now, not the same as the Breath of the Wild one, but there's still fall damage cancels. You have to do all kinds of weird commands, though. I think you need recall and you need auto build. You have to do some weird shenanigans with those like rune combos, and then if you pull it off right, you get that fall damage cancel. It's really complicated. I don't think I could ever do that. That is ridiculous. And we did talk about this a little bit before, but we got auto build cancels, the ABC glitch. It is insane, kind of like the BOSS replacement. That's really the best way to put it, honestly. But I would still say BOSS is probably the better glitch. But auto build cancels are still pretty dang good. If you ever watch like Small Ant or Linkus do like these bingos, you'll see them do this glitch a lot. It is a popular one. And we also have rocket surfing. Just like I mentioned, you'll see this one a lot. I am going to snooze ads. Fuck ads, bro. And we got rocket surfing. So this is like rocket boarding also. So it's very weird. But pretty much you're like fusing a spear, but you're also not fusing it to the spear. And then you're like actually kind of putting it on the shield. It's really weird. But like you do a certain combo, and then you're pretty much shield jumping with the rocket. So you get like height. You just get like infinite height pretty much. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, that is rocket boarding. It's pretty popular with the high wind shield because like it does take durability. So like you do kind of want to have a strong shield. So the high wind shield is pretty popular. So people will like duplicate their high wind shields and then do this glitch. So yeah, that is a popular one. But yeah, overall, I'm giving this point to Breath of the Wild because I think Breath of the Wild did a better job with the glitches. I mean, it's an older game as well, so like I'm not really surprised. I just think the glitches overall are all better for speedruns. Tears of the Kingdom, it's still decent. I think people are beating it in like 50 minutes now. But like in Breath of the Wild, you can beat it in like 23 minutes or under 23 minutes now. I don't know how fast Player 5 is these days, but like he just keeps getting that speedrun down lower somehow. So yeah. Breath of the Wild is really fast of a speedrun. Oh, so that was very rude. So yeah, very fast speedrun in Breath of the Wild. So obviously, I'm gonna give this point to Breath of the Wild because the whole point is glitches, which are popular in speedruns. The speedrun for Breath of the Wild is a lot faster than Tears of the Kingdom. But I feel like Tears of the Kingdom is slowly getting faster. Let's see. Don't forget the bug where you can do the charge attacks of other weapon types. Oh yeah, that one's really weird. Yeah, I've seen that, but it's like very minor. All right, next up we have bosses. We have bosses to cover. There's a lot of unique bosses in both games. So here we go. All right, Breath of the Wild. Let's start with Breath of the Wild. All right, we have Water Blight Ganon, Wind Blight Ganon, Fire Blight Ganon, and Thunder Blight Ganon. Now you might have seen this. I'm like not super unique. It's just Blight, 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 and they're all versions of Ganon. So like, while they're kind of cool bosses, I'd say Thunderblight is definitely the best one there. It is just a bunch of Blight Ganons, and it does slightly get old, and nothing too crazy. So also you still have Calamity Ganon, so you have another Ganon here. You have so many. Oh, this one is DLC only, but you have Monk Maz Koshia, which is such a good boss. Amazing boss. Probably the best boss in this game. No, not probably. It is the best boss in Breath of the Wild. It is so good. Amazing. Good music too. So yeah. That is a great boss. Also, we have Master Koga. He's a classic. We all love Master Koga. Very, very funny dude. I love him. In charge of the Yiga clan. So yeah, that was pretty much Breath of the Wild. There's not much else to go over with the bosses. There's just a bunch of Ganons. All right. Now we got Tears of the Kingdom. As you can see, this is kind of crazy. We have Colgera. Amazing boss. I love this boss. Probably my favorite boss in Tears of the Kingdom. Just because like the whole atmosphere and like the music that plays is like a callback to Wind Waker. I love that so much. So yeah, that is so good. Such a fun boss. It is not hard, but it is a very, very fun fight, and I think that's really what matters at the end of the day. But it's just really, really fun. Also, we have Muktarok. Yep. I'm kind of not a big fan of this boss. It's kind of weird. um it's very interesting to say. It's pretty much like a boss version of a god, those god. Also, I am snoozing this. I'm snoozing the ads as much as I can. I'm okay. So we got Muktarok. Like, what are those enemies, Brent? I can't even remember it. I'm blanking. Those enemies that like shoot stuff at you. That's what these are. It's pretty much a boss version. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. But yeah. Also, the return of Goma's Octorok. There it is. There it is. Octorok. Yeah, it's pretty much a boss version of the Octorok. I'm not a fan. Although the shark was pretty cool. I wish the boss was literally just the shark, and I might like it more. Goma's came back. Originally a boss in Ocarina of Time, so it's been a long while. So we have a new version of the Goma. That was really cool to see. Like that. Very interesting fight. Also, the return of Gibdos. That was really cool. I remember thinking they were redeads. They're not redeads. So yeah. We got a Queen Gibdo, though. So that's pretty neat. That was never a thing before, I'm pretty sure. You literally just had normal Gibdos. So the fact we have a Queen Gibdo, kind of cool. So you see the thing behind the Gibdos. Also, really tough boss, actually. It is pretty much like the Thunderbolt Ganon of this game. It is a tricky one. So I'm killing my throat. I need to drink water. Jesus Christ. All right. We got Seize Construct. This one's kind of cool. So like Minoru is a construct boss. Not boss. Is a construct in Tears of the Kingdom, and you confuse all kinds of stuff to like her arms and stuff. And you had an evil version of the Seize construct, so it was like pretty cool. That you're fighting pretty much another Minoru.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
I hate you, chat. I actually hate you. Oh my god. So yeah, you're pretty much fighting another Minoru. That's what the Seize construct is. I think that's really cool. Probably one of my favorite bosses in Tears of the Kingdom. Very, very cool. We have Phantom Ganon. I'm not talking about like the Great Deku Tree one, but like the castle one. That one is pretty interesting. You're fighting a bunch of Phantom Ganons. If you don't know how to deal with them, well, good luck, I guess. And obviously, you have Demon King Ganondorf. That was really cool the first time. Like, I was like, what? He can flurry rush me back? Like, what? That's illegal. So that was pretty cool. Learning that, I was like, wait, what? And then the whole moments where like I realized that health bar just keeps going. I was like, holy crap, dude, that is so neat. So yeah, that was a really awesome boss fight. Very much an upgrade over Calamity Ganon, in my opinion. So I was really happy with that. And then of course we got Demon Dragon. God, such a peak fight in my opinion. Like the music that plays, the whole atmosphere, like everything. It's kind of like Kogera in a way, but like it's the final boss. Like it's so good. Not a hard fight, but holy crap, so good. Love that song. I actually have it on my stream deck. I just love that song. I mean, that's just the beginning of the song. I mean, it's so good. And then, of course, we got Master Koga. I think this was definitely an upgrade over the Breath of the Wild fight. Like, you fought them, like, 3 times, and they're all really fun. And they're still not hard, but, like, you actually have to do a bit more to actually beat them, which is fun. So that was fun. So, yeah, more unique, fun fights. I really like the bosses in Tears of the Kingdom. So overall, we're giving another point to Tears of the Kingdom. So they are currently tied up at 2-2. So at 2-2. So we are getting close on this. So it is getting pretty close here. So yeah, we'll see what the next category is. What? Okay. Oh yeah, raccoon. So I'm snoozing again. This is the last time I can snooze, by the way. So make sure to use your primes or whatever. That way you don't have to deal with ads during this presentation. It kind of sucks if you get ads during the presentation. All right. Here we go. We got characters. There is a lot of them in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. So let's go over it. All right. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Breath of the Wild, it had Cass. Cass is my goat. I love Cass. My little bird that plays the accordion. I love that guy. And of course, we got Monk Mouse Koshia and all the other monks. Pretty cool. And of course, Breath. You got Calamity Ganon. Tears of the Kingdom. You have Ganondorf, Rauru, Sonia, Minru, Taro, Yona, Colton. There's a lot of characters. So that is pretty crazy. But yeah, I really like the Tears of the Kingdom characters. Ganondorf coming back was amazing. Rauru and Sonia were awesome characters. Same with Minru. And then even though like these are all like side characters, they're still pretty cool. Oh, you're blowing me up. That's not really nice, man. Okay. So, that being said, I am giving the point to Breath of the Wild simply because it has Cass. Maybe if Tears of the Kingdom had Cass, I would have given the point to Tears of the Kingdom. I'm just saying, one game has Cass, one doesn't. I'm just saying. Cass is my goat. I said it. All right. Next category is music. I really like the music in both of these games. I think they're incredible. I love Zelda music especially. So like these OSTs are so good. So let's get on with it. All right, so we have Breath of the Wild music. Okay, I was gonna say already gonna show up. Yeah, we have the classic like Switch presentation. Oh my god. So good. And then we have the final boss song. I'll just let the beginning part play out because it's so good. Like, I love those notes. Okay, I'm just gonna skip. Like, oh, it's so good. Love it. Incredible music. And then we have Cass. I just love it so much, dude. Yeah, I love that song though. Go, who's there? Also, Monkma's Koshia. This one's really good. Sounds so like a French song. He is insanely French for sure. Definitely a French bird. One thing I will say though is like Point Crow brought up a good point. Is like this song, like while very good at the start, the beat doesn't really drop. Just wait for it. It just does this. So like it's pretty cool, but like the beat doesn't really drop. So that is unfortunate. Trying to go to the next page. Okay, cool. All right, we got Tears of Kingdom music now. Honestly, true. Also, I can't snooze the ads anymore, so you got ads in like 50 seconds. I'm very sorry, chat. Also, final trailer music for Tears of Kingdom. It's so good. So good. But we know why this part's so good. Just wait. And I'm gonna blast it. Hell yeah, dude. It's so good, man. Like, I love that final trailer song. And we talked about this a little bit, but like the final boss song, so good. Like, I love this part. Love it. And I like the final part. Oh yeah, this part. This part's really good. Whew. What a sick way to end the game. Yeah, so good. So I'm gonna wait for the ads because, you know, ads suck, man. So like we're gonna wait for the ads. I want everyone to be able to enjoy this, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. So we are waiting here because I don't want anyone to miss out on this because this is pretty cool in my opinion. Fun little short stream comparing my favorite Zelda games. I mean, so cool. I love it. So yeah. Let me wait for the ads, and then we'll get back on with this. Let me just play this in the meantime. This is not from either of the games, by the way. This is from Age of Calamity. So not part of these games. I really did like Age of Calamity, actually, despite being very different. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, we're waiting like 15 more seconds, and then we'll be good. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, Twitch, welcome back from the ads. And we have 2 more songs to cover for Tears of the Kingdom. We have the final catch. So good. I just let it play out for a bit. God, it's amazing. God, I freaking love this one. So good, man. Entire franchise has the best music ever, right? So good. Oh, come on, so good. This is why it was nominated for best music. This is why. Like, the music's so good. And then I saved the best for last. We got Colgera. This song is absolutely perfect. Absolutely insane. Like, I love this soundtrack. It goes so freaking hard. Like, when I heard this playing the game, my god, did it make the fight so much better. Like, holy. That was so awesome. Freaking love that. Colgera was such a fun boss. Really easy though, sadly. See, that's the thing. I didn't even care because it's so much fun. Because I am enjoying the music so much, and the bosses actually just like fun to fight. With through like the windstorm and wind blowing around, like cinema, absolute cinema. Love that fight. So freaking good. It's this part. Oh my god. I mean, that is like a perfect song if I ever heard one for a video game. I mean, it's so good. Like, I can just listen to that whole song. I'm not gonna lie, it's just that good. What's going on? What is going on? Why is it? What? What's the next page? What the? What is going on to this thing? Next page. Okay, there we go. Overall, I am giving this point to Tears of the Kingdom because, I mean, are we really surprised? I mean, the music there was just incredible, mind blowing, and it did get nominated for like music in the game awards when it was the year it was nominated. So like, I think it kind of earned it. Really, really good. But like, Breath of the Wild also had very good music. I don't want to take anything away from Breath of the Wild. Very, very good. French Bird didn't carry this time, I guess. The cast is great, but I think Tears of the Kingdom overall had better music. I really like those songs a lot, especially the Colgera one. Oh my god. You didn't have the baguettes? Oh my god. Also, we're going over a story now. This is a big one. This is a pretty big one. Here we go. All right, I just split this in two. So here we go. So where'd my pointer go? What happened to my... Oh my god. What the hell happened, bro? What is this? What the hell? I accidentally made a group? Oh my god, what am I doing, bro? Okay. Breath of the Wild. We got the Great Plateau. I thought the Great Plateau was a great way to introduce the game. Made it very easy to know what you have to do. I thought they did a great job of that. We have Divine Beast. Is kind of the same concept multiple times, besides like changing the puzzles and stuff. So yeah. Also we got Memories. This is also in both games. But this one you're going through Link's memories. I just show it. In Tears of the Kingdom, you're going through Zelda's memories, which is very interesting. So the opposite. Hyrule Castle is pretty neat in Breath of the Wild. I really like how it is there. Like, it's just a nice castle, man. Before it gets broken in Tears of the Kingdom, unfortunately. We got the Great Deku Tree. Very awesome in Breath of the Wild. I just loved the whole quest there, getting there and stuff. Really cool. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, we have the Great Sky Island. Very cool. It is a similar concept to Great Plateau in that way. I probably prefer Great Plateau a bit more. as a tutorial. It just felt like Gray Sky Island was just dragging on a little bit. But like Great Plateau was a great one to start with. I think that was good. But yeah, Great Sky Island is kind of a long one, unless you're literally just beelining, I guess. But if you like to explore like me, it can definitely take a long freaking time. I spent like 5 hours there before I left. Tears of the Kingdom had temples. So temples were pretty cool. To the fact they came back from like past Zelda games, that was really cool. So yeah, Breath of the Wild just had Divine Beast, so it's pretty much the same, as like all of them. So yeah, but it is nice to have temples back because I think temples overall are a better format. So I'm glad they brought back temples. It's still a similar concept where it's like you get a map and then they're activating terminals. I kind of wish they went away from the terminal stuff because we already did that in Breath of the Wild, but it was still pretty cool having the temples come back, and they did make some of the solutions really creative, so I'll give them that. I'm sure they'll upgrade them even more so in the next Zelda game, so I'm not too stressed on this one. And yeah, we talked about it a little bit. We got Zelda memories. This is pretty cool, but like it was just Zelda's memories, so it didn't feel as special because we're not playing as Zelda. Maybe if we got to play as Zelda in some capacity, this could have been really, really cool. But we didn't get to play as Zelda at all. We were only playing as Link. So yeah. I feel like this one missed the mark a little bit. Also, if you never visit the Forgotten Temple, you can literally get all of the memories out of order, and that is really unfortunate because there is some crazy ones, like Sonia dying, for example. If you just get that one first somehow, I'm sorry, that really sucks. That would that would be horrible. So like starting out of order like that really sucks. I kind of wish how they did it was like they kind of made it more linear. Like they would force you to get them in order. So like if you got to one early, for example, it'd be like you can't interact with this yet. Come back later or something like that. Something along those lines where like you can't activate it quite yet. That would be awesome. So I really appreciate the follow. So yeah, I kind of wish that's the route they went with. I think that would have been really cool. Uh, so yeah, I don't like that you can get the memories out of order if you don't know what the order is. And even then, the order is kind of confusing sometimes for maybe the casual player. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate that you can get them out of order. I just hope if they do memories again in a future Zelda game, they do that. My idea, where like you cannot get a later memory, like you have to go in order. Like that would be cool. Also, we have the castle depths. This was pretty cool. The fact that you go under the castle, that's really neat. So I like that a lot. That was really cool. The whole concept of going under the castle to fight Ganon. Oh my god, it's so sick. I really like that. Also, Tears of the Kingdom has the light dragon, which is really cool. Of like now knowing the lore behind it, I kind of wish the light dragon was visible in Breath of the Wild in some capacity, but I guess the lore could be it's simply just way too high that we just can't see it. That's gonna be my logic behind it. Because of the sky barrier and stuff. But yeah, it's a really cool dragon, very pretty dragon. I really like this. And seeing it on the intro for the first time was really cool. Like I spotted it right away. I was like, yo, that's so cool. So that was really fun. But yeah, great Deku Tree again. I like how they did it in Tears of the Kingdom where like he's kind of in danger and you're like saving him. And I think that's pretty awesome. I really like that. That quest was pretty fun. Also, the whole thing with like seeing the place like messed up, like everyone is super gloomy and depressed and all this, really interesting. I like what they did with it. So I'm giving this point to Tears of the Kingdom because I think overall better story. But one thing I will say, I did kind of hate the repetitive cutscenes. I did really hate that because you would visit all of the places, and at the end of the temple, you would get a cutscene. At every cutscene, you have the characters like, "What demon king, Seeker's Stone? What is that?" And it does the whole same, like, similar cutscene again. It's like, okay. Like, we couldn't change the lines a little bit. We need to be a little bit more creative with that. But that is like nitpicking at this point. But I think that could have been done a little bit better. And that's coming from someone that did really enjoy the game still. But that is a bit of a nitpick. So yeah. But yeah, overall, I think Tears of the Kingdom has the better story. So I'm giving the point to Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah. That might be a hot take. I don't know. Yeah, I think they did a great job. It is really close, I will say. So we got quests. There's a lot of them in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like, a lot of them. So you can tell I start getting lazy with this. But it works. Alright, Breath of the Wild, I felt had more fun quests. There's more personality. Maybe not the right word, but like, it just felt more alive, I guess. Like, it is some pretty cool quests in Breath of the Wild, and they felt rewarding. Like, you did those quests, and it's like, wow, I just got this really cool reward. It's great. I really like that. And you had good incentives to finish quests. Like, you finish all the quests, and it's like, oh my god, you get this. Like, that was really neat. And they're not overwhelming. So like, it's not like you do a quest, and you're like, oh my god, this is so tedious, man. I don't want to do this. And then there's not too many of them, so like, you're not getting overwhelmed or anything. So like, it's like the perfect amount, in my opinion. However, with Tears of the Kingdom, we got some things to say. It got a little too grindy. You needed like very specific items, and they were not at all easy to find. So like, I did not enjoy these quests as much. They were less fun, and you had to travel a lot more. Like, you had to travel a ridiculous amount to do these quests. So that is unfortunate. And they did not feel very rewarding. Like, you would get a very weak reward for finishing a quest, which kind of sucked with how grindy it felt. So that was unfortunate. Like, here's the thing with like Breath of the Wild, incentive to finish. You had Terry Town. You're literally helping make a town. So like, it is pretty awesome. That is a awesome, amazing incentive to finish that quest. Like, you're helping make a town. I mean, are you kidding me? That's so cool. Yeah, I don't think you have something quite like that in Tears of the Kingdom, unfortunately. So like, it might have been cool if they added like a quest to really make Hyrule Castle Town like alive again. It wasn't a quest for some reason. Really interesting. I think they definitely could have done something like that. That would have been really cool to see. Especially since this is in the future, you would think they would want the place to be a lot better and stuff. I don't know. It seems like they kind of just went the lazy route with the quest, I guess. But yeah, it got overwhelming. Like, like the weapons and like items you need, like, it's so grindy. It's super hard to get these items. Like, for like, sometimes you need like a monster part, but you can't find that monster like anywhere. I swear. Like, sometimes I'm trying to play casually to like upgrade armor and stuff. Like, I can't find these enemies like anywhere. Like, I'm searching where it says most common. I don't see them. It's crazy. So it's a little unfortunate. But yeah, there's kind of way too many quests. Like, there's so many. Like they just keep going and going and going. Like I don't know, I feel like the quests in Tears of the Kingdom kind of cause burnout, and you don't want that. If you want people to keep playing, so I think overall we're giving this point to Breath of the Wild because I think the quests in Breath of the Wild were pretty great. So I think they did a good balance, good incentives, good rewards, good amounts. That's what you kind of want in a game like this. Uh, so yeah, I think I give this point to Breath of the Wild, but they are currently tied at 4-4. So this is getting really close here. I think we're getting near the end here. But yeah, this is crazy. All right, next one is replay. So the replayability. So here we go. All right, we got Breath of the Wild. I felt it is very easy to play this game again. It doesn't matter if you've played it like one time, 10 times, 100 times. It's very easy to play again. It doesn't take too long. So like you play again, the better you get at it, you can beat it in like an hour or well, when you're doing like the crazy stuff I do, it's like 2-3 hours, but like it's still pretty good. Like for a full open world game like that, like that's pretty good. Like you can beat it that fast. Yeah, and the glitches make it a lot easier. So like it is super nice. Also, it's latest patch Breath of the Wild. You can do all the glitches on the latest patch Breath of the Wild. You don't have to be on early patch or anything. And easy bosses for replayability. So like all the bosses are, even though they're not super creative, they're not too bad, and it's pretty nice for when you're replaying. That the bosses are not crazy difficult. It's challenging enough to the point where it's not boring, but like you can still have some fun. Also, this had master mode. I love master mode. Brought harder enemies, so you had gold variants of enemies. I do actually really miss them. That was really fun for Breath of the Wild. So you had like gold Lionels, gold Bokoblins, Wizalfos, Moblins. So that was really cool. I do really miss Master Mode. That is not in Tears of the Kingdom, unfortunately. Also, DLC. It added new fun things, so that was great. So you had like the new Trial of the Sword. That was a very tricky quest, but I did really enjoy it. It helps you like fully power up the Master Sword. So it's kind of like if you're going against Calamity Ganon, that power of the Master Sword, you can keep that power of the Master Sword everywhere if you do the Trial of the Sword. That was really cool. The fact that he did that was really awesome. And then you had the whole Champions Ballad. That was really neat how you had like 4 new shrines and like a few quests to do. And then you got like a new dungeons. Super good, amazing DLC. Highly recommend it. It's so fun. Tears of the Kingdom, I feel, is a lot harder to play again, in my opinion. You play it once, you have an absolute blast. It is so fun, but in my opinion, I think it is really hard to play again. Part of that is because it takes a long time to finish it, like a really long time. Like whenever I did challenge runs for Tears of the Kingdom, it would take 5 or more streams, and these are not short streams either. These are like 3 hours or longer. So these are not short streams like at all. So like it takes a long time to beat this game if you can't use glitches or anything. And I am unfortunately on the latest patch because one day my game updated, so I didn't have the early patch, so unfortunately I can't do duping and stuff like that. So it takes a really long time for me to finish the game. So it's not really fun to play again, if I'm being completely honest. And yeah, there's no easy way to make it faster. Like, to get like really strong stuff, you need to beat like a Lino, but in order to beat a Lino, you still need a really strong weapon somehow. And like with Tears of the Kingdom, you have the worn out weapons now. So like it's really hard to get a good weapon. Unlike Breath of the Wild, where you just pick it up and it's good to go. So yeah, it's very tricky in Tears of the Kingdom. It's just a harder game. And when I don't have any glitches really to make it easier, it is going to take a really long time to beat. And yeah, you got hard bosses, kind of same thing. You don't have great weapons without spending a lot of time. So yeah, it takes a long time to finish. And then yeah, there's no master mode or DLC. There's no master mode to make the game even harder if you wanted to do that, which honestly I kind of would like to do that casually, but unfortunately they never added a master mode. And that's a little sad because I was actually really looking forward to that. Kind of same with the DLC. I was really looking forward to DLC. I would have liked to learn more about like the dragons and like some other stuff. There's like some missing plot holes that were like never really explained. You have like the collector's book to really learn about a lot of stuff. I don't really like that you have to do that to learn the rest of your information. So the fact there's no master mode or DLC is a little disappointing. Like with DLC, I would have liked to at least see like the Trial of the Sword stuff from like Breath of the Wild, and then we would have had a fully powered up Master Sword like at all times. Like that would have been so cool, but like didn't happen. So I can't really control that. So yeah, overall, oh, and with that, the winner of this presentation is, I need like a drum roll, man. One sec. I need like a drum roll here. Okay, here we go. Is Breath of the Wild. I thought Breath of the Wild was overall the better game for me. I think this game is perfect. It won Game of the Year in 2017. Like nothing could really beat it, in my honest opinion. Like nothing stood a chance against this game, and for a good reason. I just think all the little things is important. Like being able to replay it again and like certain glitches and stuff. It just makes the game so much more fun, in my opinion. It's like, and like certain characters, like it brings so much more personality to the game. I think that's great. I assume don't like the opinion, but that is a great part about the internet. You can have your opinion, but this is my opinion. I think Breath of the Wild is my favorite game. But I will say Tears of the Kingdom is probably objectively the better game. Like, it did a lot of things better. But I think my heart will pick Breath of the Wild every time. God damn. I just think Breath of the Wild just did a lot of things right. And I loved that game. You can probably tell by my channel, like, I've been doing a lot of Breath of the Wild again. I just think it's more fun to replay. Tears of the Kingdom, while it's great, it is not a fun replay. Like, I mean, just watch like my first playthrough. I did still really enjoy the game. I think it is one of the best games ever made. It's super good, but my heart picks Breath of the Wild, and I know I'm not alone on that. Actually, a lot of people share my opinion. I just think Breath of the Wild overall did a better job with certain things, and those certain things really what pull me into Breath of the Wild. I remember the first time I played Breath of the Wild, I would stay up till like 5 a.m. playing this game. I mean, I was obsessed, man. I could not put this game down. I cannot put it down. It was just magical. It is a magical experience. I will never experience that again. And that's amazing. It's kind of sad in a way, but it is amazing. And it's kind of like Outer Wilds in that way, where like I can only experience it like that one time. So yeah, those are my favorite games. Yeah, my favorite Zelda games of all time. I think Breath of the Wild takes the edge a little bit. So I'd say Tears of the Kingdom overall is probably like my third favorite game of all time. Outer Wilds being like number 2. I did still really like Tears of the Kingdom, but I think the lack of like glitches and stuff, and like the replay again is a little sad. So I think I give it to Breath of the Wild for sure. But Tears of the Kingdom is still really good. I think not being able to really replay Tears of the Kingdom and have a lot of fun again is what really hurts it. But I did really, really enjoy it. Your grade is A- because I like Tears of the Kingdom better to watch because I never played either. Also, because that presentation was an hour and a half. Other student needs to pass for the presentation. Oh my god, freaking love that. But yeah, that was the presentation. I will be announcing that later because there is ads coming up. So I'm gonna chill and vibe. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, I'll put you guys back here because you can actually see it. I just put you guys on top of me because like it's kind of the easiest spot to put you guys. There we go. Now we got ads. Wait. It kept saying ads starting soon, so I was stalling. It's not a command, Eric Cat. It's not a command. I love this song though. It's so good. It's just chill vibes. Like we're just vibing. Right. Also, I think I got a longer chord for this. You can kind of tell it's stretching. Yo, Alcaraz. Go be in a moment. Wow. Wow, what the heck, man? What? Whoops. Okay. We're almost back. Alright, yo, alright. So welcome in, Alcaraz. How's it going, dude? But yeah, also for this video I'll be making, I will also be sharing some of my friends' point of views. So that's really fun. But yeah, Alcaraz, you're here, so if you wanted to do something like that, let me know. I just need like 1 to 3 minutes of like what you think of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and which one you overall prefer the most. And yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I have so far like Rayman 3, the Green Queen, who was here at the start. We have Cruz, SD7. We have Audio Kami, so that'll be really fun. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy the video that we'll be making of this. I didn't play any music or anything because I want to make it like a very nice seamless edit, like very easy. So kind of trim it down, and then once we get all the recordings and stuff, we can post a video for you guys. And yeah, I'll probably make a little script when we're doing the little thoughts and stuff. You should totally include a random sentence generator. I don't know how that could work. That'd be fun though. But yeah, that was pretty much the stream. I said it would be a short one, and that was pretty much it. We compared my favorite Zelda games of all time. Maybe you guys were a little surprised with the results, but that is my opinion here. After a while, I think it is just a perfect game. Tears of the Kingdom did have tough competition for Game of the Year this time. Like pretty tough, like really good competition there. But like when Breath of the Wild was nominated, I felt like nothing could have beat it. That's what it felt like. Like nothing could have beat the game, Breath of the Wild. Like, it was groundbreaking. Tears of the Kingdom, it didn't feel like it was like different enough to the point where like, oh my god, this is like one of the greatest games ever or whatever. Like it is for me, but like for the general audience, probably not. A lot of people probably are like, well, we're just exploring the world of Breath of the Wild again. You add a few things here and there, but like for the most part, it's like, it's the same world. And that's honestly a fair criticism. So maybe this next Zelda game will be another Game of the Year contender, and maybe that one will win. I am kind of expecting that, honestly, because I think whatever they cook up will be really, really good. But yeah, that was pretty much the stream. But yeah, hope you guys really enjoyed that one. Very unique stream. I don't usually do streams like this, so this is really fun. So yeah, hope you guys liked it. But yeah, let's go figure out a raid.